Welcome to the post-show interview. This show has been 1819 with Ritch Duncan. Ritch, this is your first time on the Keith and the Girl show, and we met back at Surf Reality.
What do you give yourself on the show 1 to 10?
I'd say like a 7.
Wow, interesting.
Like a 6.
You got balls. Yeah, it was very fun.
What did you think, the 3 or 4 that was missing, what did you think? You could do better or faster or more of something?
I was self-conscious that it got serious, and then I would be like, all right, am I getting preachy about comedy? Like, I don't know whether somebody is interested in hearing about, I feel like I've done, I've spent so much time in the back of bars talking about comedy that it's like I bore myself. You know what I mean? And I don't know whether it's possible that somebody's like, oh, I'm interested to see.
I think that if the host lets it go, you have to assume you're on the right track. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you remember your first day at Surf Reality or your first time on mic at Surf Reality?
Oh boy, I don't know the first. Definitely, I remember the early days for sure.
Does something stand out in your mind?
That huge door, really.
It's
that
a big
metal
door.
That big metal door that like
it says trouble.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, well, also I invited Silver Friedman to come see me there. She used to own the Improv.
Okay.
This is Bud Friedman's wife.
Right.
And, she got the Improv as part of the divorce, and
you could do that.
She got the Improv in New York as part of the divorce, and apparently, I don't know the whole story, but the rumor was that she only kept it open in New York because she wanted to screw him out of being able to open the Improv again in New York. So it was like this small club, and I remember thinking it's the Improv, and it's Silver Friedman, and I was so fired up about the history, and I went and talked to her, and I was literally wanted to get on stage this whole thing, and she's like, oh, well, just let me know where you're playing, and I'm like a kid, and I was like, oh, Surf Reality, and I gave her the directions.
At an open mic?
I don't know whether it was an open mic or not. I think it might have been one of the shows. I don't know, but I know that she told me later, I was iced out of that club completely because the Lower East Side kind of sucked back then, and she came down there and was apparently pulling on that metal door and couldn't get in, and she was older too. She was like a 70-year-old lady, is down the Lower East Side, clamoring at this metal door and couldn't get in. I don't mean,
Yeah,
that's
the first
what she
time
said to me anyway.
The first time I went to Surf Reality, I actually couldn't find it because I passed by that door so many times. It didn't look like you can open it. It just looked like if you pass there, then you're in a dungeon somewhere.
Yeah.
So I couldn't find it. And there was no cell phones at the time. It was really a bitch. I do remember, though, one time I had a really good set, and I was a singer. I had a really good set, and Jeff Ross, who we were friends at the time or getting to know each other or something like that. I think it was in the beginning of our friendship. And he liked it so much, he's like, okay, are you performing anywhere else? I'm going to bring someone. He thought I was really talented, blah, blah, blah. I wasn't performing anywhere. I was just going to Surf Reality, almost as a goof, just to kind of hang out with buddies. So I was like, okay, come to this other open mic, Collective Unconscious, Rev Jen's open mic. And Rev Jen was really sweet. I said, look, someone's here to see me. Can I cut in and go in the first half so she doesn't have to sit through, or he doesn't have to sit through, whatever. I got so nervous. I was trying to redo what I did then, and it was that came out of my ass. And so when I tried to do this, afterwards, Jeff was like, you had to admit the other one was better, right? The first time I saw you, and I was like, yeah. And then that was the end of it. Although he did put me on Comedy Central with him. He's really supportive of artists, but I just felt so bad. What was I supposed to do at this open mic? I didn't have a shtick. I didn't have music. I don't play any instruments. And I just felt like another opportunity lost that I had no idea what to do with. Oh, well, I was young. Let's look at this. This is opportunity on a piece of paper. And we would like to know what you see in this ink blot.
That's a butterfly.
Done.
I see a butterfly and crab together. Don't you see that?
I see a super frog.
A super frog.
Oh, I could see that. Yeah.
Very nice.
Yeah. I could see it being sort of like a tribal mask, maybe. There's a couple of eyes right there, and
like you're gonna tattoo it on your back or something. Start a new trend.
What would you do if it was like, oh, you mean like this? And I just take my shirt off. It's right there.
No, I see a super frog running for mayor, if you know what I mean.
I do see the mayor. I see the mayor in there.
Oddly, I see the logo for the Dirty down the middle. Is that weird?
Dude, look at this. This really looks like penis, balls, and he might have cancer, which is an issue. So
I'd check out those lumps.
Thank you guys so much. Go to keithandthegirl.com for more.
KeithAndTheGirl.com